We're playing Disco Elysium. It's been a while. I want to say 2 months? Maybe even 3 months. I don't know. You could tell me that the last time I played this was 2 years ago and I would believe you. Gonna be honest, I'm going in completely blind. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I don't remember anything.
Good going, buddy.
What did I do? What the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more.
Wait, speed? That's a drug. I sound like that stupid tweet of somebody finding out that lean is a drug.
You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Wait, what is speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
I don't know. Magic.
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
Okay, let's just get more speed. Yeah.
Of course. Martinez is speed central. You just gotta poke around. Follow your nose.
So I have to go find speed. I do remember cigarettes is a big thing in this game. And I need to go find cigarettes. I'm going to be honest. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. For some reason, I've just been having the urge to start. I know for certain that before I die, I will smoke a cigarette. Just one. Just to feel something. It's probably going to be very underwhelming, but I'm willing to roll those days.
You and Speed will be happy again. You will make her come home. This time, it will be different.
Okay, so it's Coke. I've only heard of speed out of context, right? Just based off of context clues, I typically figure out what speed is. I knew it was a drug, okay? I was at least in the right genre, in the right department of the store, you know what I'm saying? So we're totally just enabling his Coke addiction. That's fine, I guess. Why the hell? Are we holding a wrench? Like relearning how to play this game. Super fun. Totally not a waste of time. So just based off of that conversation alone, I'm pretty sure we just had like this whole dream sequence, if I recall correctly. The good thing about editing my own videos is that I have to sit with the clips and I have to basically rewatch all of the gameplay. It's kind of like I'm playing the game twice. And so I think we did a debrief with Kim. It's probably the next day. Is it Tuesday? It's day 2. We had to do something on a Wednesday. So I can't forget that. Let's just go through the tasks super quickly. Refresh our memories. Run the number on the victim's armor. We never did that? I thought we did that. I guess we didn't. Oh, no, we did do it. I'm sorry. I see it down here. Call Alice back in a day for info on the armor. So I'm assuming that means we call her today. Okay. Close the water lock. Yep, that's the thing we're supposed to do on Wednesday. So I'm not even going to worry about that. The jam mystery. So report back to Joyce. Ooh, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I don't remember what to report. She's gonna be like, okay, so what happened? And I'm gonna be given a bunch of options and I'm not gonna remember which is the right one because I totally forgot. Oh well, this is fine. Replace the last right, that. The ball. I'm so sorry, Renee. That was so lame of me to do. Anyway, find money for rent and pay Garte. I've heard it both ways. Okay, so I need to find 20 Royale to pay for my room. How much do we have right now? We have 55.31, so we're good for at least an extra day. Hopefully we don't have to be here for too terribly long, so we don't have to keep doing that. Find smokes, right? I knew that. Track down, oh my god, the badge. Right. Yeah, we need to find our badge. There's a lynching, so we need to get Joyce's info on the lynching, and I'm pretty sure the only way she's going to give us that information is if we let her know what's going on with the smuggling situation. Victims' tattoos. You're supposed to ask people about tattoos and stuff. Is there a tattoo parlor around here? Like, Nobody seems to want to talk about this, unfortunately. So this has been very fun. Send victim's body for. Oh my god, we haven't moved the body really. I think we're supposed to put it in a freezer. We never actually did that, so that's not good. So we just have a body that's decomposing. Who made the call reporting the crime? Yeah, we're supposed to do that. Super fun. Yeah, there's like a secret door in the back of the. Yes, I do remember that. Get 2 signatures. What? Oh, right. Yes, this. This is technically a tomorrow's issue as well. Right. Yeah, we're supposed to kind of just figure out what the hell's going on just in society and stuff. Fridge victim's body, which we never did. Check out the fridge in the commercial building across from the whirling, which has been a total dud, considering that the lady is not being very helpful and we can't open up the creepy door in the back. Visit apartment 28 sometime after 2100 hours to see if anyone's home. We tried doing this yesterday. It didn't work. So we're going to try to do this again today. We need to get some coke. Okay, we are so back. Kimmy Changa. Kimmy. I forgot how to run in this game. Oh, what is this, brunch? I always get paranoid about the music volume of anything, and so I basically end up just turning it off completely, but like that's such a vibe killer. Kimmy! Oh, Jesus. Hey, someone's happy to see
Morning.
me. Morning.
Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them.
Why do we need to talk to them?
This is clearly the Union's peacekeeping force Evrard told us about. The one he said hanged our victim.
Right, yes, I remember this conversation.
We can't be sure, of course. Evrard may have lied to us. He definitely has an agenda of his own. Either way, we need to interview them, and it won't be easy.
What do you mean rowdy?
I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. They prefer to be policed by the Union. These men here.
Right, yeah.
Men who drink beer for breakfast. I have no doubt these are the hearty boys Evrard told us about. The ones who keep the peace around here.
Okay.
And the big one must be Hardy himself.
Are these the men Gart, whatever his name is, told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said. One loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
There are so many of them. Maybe we should call in reinforcements?
That would just escalate tensions. No captain would sign off on it. Solving one murder isn't worth a conflict between the RCM and the Debarders Union. In fact, even the death of 2 detectives might not warrant an all-out war. So let's keep a cool head, okay?
Okay.
He's not exaggerating about that mortal danger. Just calmly factoring it in. Your fists clench and your pulse rises uncomfortably.
Let's roll.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them. Continue with our business.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate on something else first.
Like what?
But aren't you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Yes.
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
Kim, I don't like it when you make me do things. Let's talk to the old woman first.
Just a moment.
Okay.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
Is Garte bothering you, ma'am? Do you want me to shoot him in the face with the gun that I don't have?
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
Like I said, give me the word. I'll shoot him right here, point blank.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make a call, but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
Garte, did you not pay the phone bill? What kind of a business are you running?
The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast, and Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone line?
The manager was vague about it.
Right. Yeah, he's vague about a lot of things.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
Why did you need to use the phone anyway?
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night. But they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Oh, good Lord. This is getting dark.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before?
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully.
So on top of a lynching, we're gonna have to find this woman's husband? Is that what's going on here?
But you have more important things to worry about.
What is this expedition your husband was on?
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
Will the insect kill Gart?
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the water lock to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. What could be keeping them?
Oh no, Mama. I'm so sorry.
The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it?
I don't really care about this Gary person, to be honest. The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there.
Oh my, what happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, Lena. Anything for you.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Don't act like you did anything, Kimberly. I'm sorry. That was so uncalled for. I'm so sorry.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Will do, Lena. You're like my favorite person here.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
I know, right?
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
You're so welcome. I'm kind of curious about this rare insect.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
No, please do.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us officers.
Yeah, maybe.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
To be honest, this animal sounds like a cryptid. You wouldn't happen to be searching for some kind of gnome of Jeroma, would you?
Kim, don't be insensitive.
I smell pseudoscience, he's thinking. Not a big fan of that.
And I'm not a big fan of skeptics.
It's simply elusive. So much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
Okay, that's all for now. Gart, you son of a bitch. What have you been doing? You've been having kicky phone sex on the phone?
Can I help you?
So the phone line is dead.
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it.
That's pretty strange.
It's not strange, it's inconvenient.
Is it true that there was foul play?
Who told you that?
It doesn't matter, I just want to know who you suspect.
Fine, yeah, it looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of arseholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know, so I can forward them the repair bill.
Oh, yes. Totally. Gart, I saw signs said I couldn't go in the kitchen. Why can't I go into the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
But there may be something pertinent to the investigation in the kitchen.
He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with... Fine, okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
Thank you, Gart. Oh, I knew you had a little soft spot for me. Goodbye. Hello. I forgot your name. What was your name?
Let me handle
Elizabeth.
this. Officer Discotheque, still wondering if we listen to disco? We don't, by the way. We don't listen to disco anymore.
You're the gardener.
No, I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh, so you're just a liar. Okay. I don't really like liars. I'll let it go this time, because it was Juneteenth recently. Happy Juneteenth, Elizabeth.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy?
Ooh.
You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
Okay, listen, let's just cut to the chase here. I don't like ringing around the rosy like this. Like, what's going on?
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Thank you, Kim.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What is your role in all of this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems?
So you're like a lawyer. Is there even a courthouse around here? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
Why does everyone want me to talk to the big guy, but not like to the little guys? I feel like it's a little backwards here.
I saw what you were thinking. You want to say, what are you going to do to me? Don't. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean you have to say it.
Real. Let's bring back journaling as a hobby. Be straight with me. What kind of music do you listen to?
She looks as if pondering whether to answer or not, but then shakes her head slightly.
Oh, boo.
Anodic dance music. You wouldn't get it. It's beyond the horizon for you.
Okay. You've been listening to Bring Me the Horizon? I've never listened to Bring Me the Horizon. I had a Bring Me the Horizon and Pierce the Veil shirt in middle school. I would wear it. And I had never listened to their music. I'm such a poser.
She means it's part of the future you won't experience.
What if I want to? It's in my mind for some reason.
There is nothing a determined man could not achieve.
Okay. I'm just like adding new tasks like it's nothing. Do we need to know what anodic music is? Or are you so aggressive? Whoa, we're not saying that either. I should talk to Titus then. I'll be damned if me as a white man starts asking a black woman why she's being aggressive when she's not. She's just being assertive. There's a difference, assholes. What if I don't talk to this Titan guy? What if I talk to Steve from Blue's Clues over here? What
You
is
should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Maybe later. It's 8 a.m. Was this always boarded up? This guy wasn't here before. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a woman. I'm so sorry. Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
Talk book to me.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
I don't know, maybe she has a break. What you doing?
Looking for something to read.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
Everybody's husband's missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
So where could he be?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
Yeah, I'm not really keen on just harassing a woman just because she's standing there. Hello, Annette. Is that your name?
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Who is that?
Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed.
She's your auntie?
No, sir. She's a working woman who comes to look at the books a lot.
Oh, she makes jokes. That's cute. Why is she distressed?
I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
So we were right to bother this lady. This little girl over there told me you had a bad husband.
Excuse me? A bad husband? What do you mean?
Not a nice and helpful sort.
Do policemen just go around repeating what some kid off the street said?
Sometimes.
She doesn't mean to be antagonistic, but she can't help coming off defensive.
Those were her words, not mine. I'm merely asking.
Can I give you some friendly advice, Mr. Policeman? Don't listen to kids.
I don't know. Based off of how this investigation's going, all we do is listen to kids. So you don't have a bad husband?
No, I don't. I have a good husband. The kind and helpful sort. And he's not missing.
Wow.
He's totally missing.
Oh my god, did you kill your husband? Hey, listen, we literally have no authority around here. It's totally okay if you want to, like, unleash that baggage on me. Maybe your children are missing.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
Police, whatever I want. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
They're at home, right? Smoking cigarettes. Sure, why the hell not?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about.
Totally.
They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
I'm afraid the danger is now greater than ever. Tell me, how old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
And can you describe me their appearance? Any features that stand out? Something to make identifying a little easier?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Jamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
Did someone say party? You could use a party. Hunt it down.
We have no reason to hunt down a party full of teenagers. It's for the investigation. I'm trying to be professional.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Maybe your cockatoo is missing?
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
Yeah, fair enough.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Man, let's ask him about your cockatoo. Is it missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
What?
Even if I had, it wouldn't be missing.
Alright, cockatoo not missing. Just wanted to make sure.
Great.
Just one more question. What do you mean by me being a cockatoo?
Nothing. Go read up on them if you're so interested. There's a great book in the bookstore.
Oh, I'm sure.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain? Or your heraldic bird?
That's exactly what I want to do. Thanks for the tip.
Wonderful. The store is open.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Yes, really hitting the 3 best genres. I'm looking for a book about cockatoos.
A book about cockatoos? There should be one upstairs, right next to the shelf of biographies.
Specifically biographies of famous people. Yes, I am familiar.
A
Excuse me, Kim.
sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It looks as if the bird is calling out the book title, From A to Zurich, a guide to a well-behaved cockatoo.
Let's flip through those pages.
Turns out that there are so many different cockatoo species, and they all have behavioral problems.
Oh,
You don't have behavioral problems. That's garbage. You're cool.
yeah, the coolest. What about this guide to cockatoos, storekeeper?
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Do I want to steal? We can afford the book about... We'll just buy it. But I kind of want to steal it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If it hollers, let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one. And you are it. Red, white, blue. I choose you. They say hindsight is a gift, and it really is. Maybe we can play it off.
Do we really need to do this? I think not.
You're right.
Oh, a nature enthusiast. Good choice. I knew it was a good idea to keep that around.
Thank you, Kim. We're given a second chance at life. No more stealing, you guys. I'm just very annoyed about this whole freezer situation. Fine, we'll talk to this loser.
This is where you say your bit.
My bit? I mean, I do say that I'm the nicest person I know, and I know everybody. That's really all I got, though.
Detective,
Well, let's not bring up the attitude thing. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
And clearly, Frank Gallagher's talking to me. Let's cross my arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
No, actually, that's the problem. I'm not high. Do any of you have speed by any chance?
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
we're looking for Titus Hardy.
We need to talk about the man hanged in the back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that one.
Oh, he looked like something, all right, but let's stay focused.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
No, he just smelled really disgusting. Also, I was like blacked out for the past 3 days, and so I didn't really do anything about it.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
No, it's just that there were kids playing with the dead body, and I don't know, there must be some moral code within me that is lacking in the rest of you, but I just don't feel comfortable with children having to play on the playground with a dead body hanging like 5 feet away from them.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
I did ask my question. Didn't I? Or at least oh, no, I guess I didn't really ask a question. Anyway, the man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? Yes or no? Was it you? Yes or no? I mean, You guys say we have no authority around here, so clearly it shouldn't mean anything to tell me what's going on.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Well, that's pretty much the only reason why we're here. I made that very clear. I don't know, Kim, was I not being clear?
But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
We have spoken to the head of the union.
Everard?
Yeah, that guy.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him?
Well, I didn't say anything about a cargo belt, but there was a cargo belt around his neck, which is very, very specific. You seem to know a lot about what happened. A little too much for people who say that they don't know what happened.
Because we did. All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
Oh, so you're proud. So you just confessed.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
You murdered him just like that. No remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Okay, well, those are two different things.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Are you guys like a hive mind? You all just like speak for each other? What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
Who called the shots at night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy boy without arresting all Hardy boys.
Do you want to get arrested too, Elizabeth? Listen, like, whatever. No, she's just a lawyer. Can't arrest the lawyer.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
I mean, if I had a gun, yes. Yeah, I'm ignoring her. Listen, Elizabeth, under normal circumstances, I love you, but you're really not helping right now, so I'm ignoring you. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
You do. You give the commands.
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. Ain't that so, fellas?
Cool, so let's just arrest Titus. Like what's the issue here? I'm confused.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
All right. Well, Kim, handcuffs.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms. The others can't read. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
No, that's physically impossible because there's 7 of them. When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long have you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Okay, thank you, Glenn.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
Oh, I'm elated.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
What, is it like a literal cow?
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
What does that mean?
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary. That's it?
And he stepped out of line.
In your town, yes. I remember.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
I'm gonna pretend that I know exactly what you're talking about.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
Yeah, Eugene, you wanna expand on that? Someone give him the talking stick. Let him really, really let out his feelings.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on. How do you even know he was in Special Forces?
Because one night, he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm R&E's goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all!
Well, it doesn't get more clearer than that.
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some R&E's paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did. Right there. Like some kind of animal.
All right, he's the animal.
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one.
Oh, damn.
Harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
Kim, I don't love this.
There's a slight unease in him suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
Oh my God, was he close to the victim?
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. And that was before he started coming here.
Kim, I don't like this.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
Oh, God.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
Okay.
There's nothing you can do for now. He's stonewalling you.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, Copper?
Yeah, it was. It was just one of the options I had, dude. Okay, I'm sorry.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
If they did, I don't remember.
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service.
Define active.
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Thank you, Kim. Please intervene.
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, Capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
I knocked him out, came up behind him, and clapped him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
I don't think there was anything wrong with his head, was there? Kim, fact check it.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Make them a bit more uncomfortable first. Then see if it all adds up.
Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samaran boxing style.
Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
Yeah, man, weren't you listening?
I'm trying, Eugene, I'm trying. Let's challenge this. Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
First, tell me who's solid.
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
Looks like it. The guy looks geriatric.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid, too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there.
Right.
Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Who's cracking under the pressure? Right. The noise is really necessary.
A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough, and he'll crack.
Hey, you having trouble breathing over there?
No.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Thought you guys are all friends. That was rude.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. all muscle.
No, that's courage the cowardly dog. Let's just crack him like a walnut.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy. Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you, too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
He's inflating and deflating like a balloon.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus.
That's very sweet, but you're still not telling me something.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Right, I have another question about the lynching.
Like what, Copper?
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Honestly, I don't think I have handcuffs. I don't have my badge. I lost my gun. Yeah, there's just a lot going on with me. I physically can't do anything. Kim might.
It's almost an anthropological sight, watching him try to assert dominance over you.
Not in the arresting mood?
Honestly, not really.
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge, raises hairs in the room. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer.
You confessed to the murder. I'm taking you in.
Look, Coppers, I know you think you're doing your job here, but there are 7 of us and 2 of you.
You're under arrest.
The last thing you hear is a little murmur. Not a blast, not an echo. No one screams. It's more dead cops. Sad news from the district of Martinez, as the bodies of 2 police officers are found floating in the canal. It is believed the officers were pursuing a murder investigation, but got caught in the dock workers' strike and were gunned down under unclear circumstances.
So that wasn't a good idea. Do I have to start over? Guys, I was just kidding. Let's try this again.
You could take another look at the tracks in the mud on the crime scene. Compare it to these guys.
Let's do that, even though we already know who did it, so this is kind of stupid.
8. Another standard work boot. Number 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole. The right sole is smoother, more worn. Curious. A missing 8th Hardy Boy.
Aha!
7 sets of tracks, right? The Hardy Boys were here.
8, actually.
That's all? Interesting. Then one of them seems to be missing. Anything else out of the ordinary?
And I saw the body just hanging out on the ground and the 2 kids still being outside. No.
Note to self. This would be a good question to ask Titus. Where's the 8th man? A leader like Titus doesn't let one of his guys out of sight easily, especially at a time like this.
An aberration, one soul smoother than the other.
Interesting. Let's name it the Odd Soul. I wouldn't be surprised if this was the missing Hardy Boy. Wonder who he is.
Or she. It was Elizabeth.
Oh, this one's easy. Way too easy. It's a driver.
A driver would wear down their right sole before the left. The accelerator is on the right. And remember that abandoned lorry cabin we found?
With a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle, which means that the missing lady driver was also present at the lynching? That's it. She's the Odd Soul.
First the drug smuggling, now this? How deep does this rabbit hole go?
Now we know who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation?
This would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions.
Understood. We should still go and see what Titus Hardy has got to say on the matter. This might throw them off, work in our advantage. So what else?
How do you think these tracks are?
A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller, who reported the hanging.
Rail.
It is not impossible.
How do you know?
I pulled last week's forecast for coastal Havashol. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day.
Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
All right, let's let them lie.
You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
But I told you already. I spoke to Everett. He said that you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Can you speak up? God, no one can hear you.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Explosive laughter follows. To his men, Titus Hardy is a golden god. They want to laugh at his jokes even before they leave his lips. This guy is a born leader.
I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here.
Okay. Well, did you miss the part where I said there were 8 sets of footprints?
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
I think you're still missing the part where there's 8. I don't care that there's 7 of you. There were 8 footprints.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Ooh. Glenn?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
No, like Glenn.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Okay.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Well, at least we made it out of that interaction alive. Guess what? I've connected you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
Are rifles clean?
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprints. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
Nah, let's let him do it. No, do the honor. You earned it.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
Right. Theoretically.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way you have some control over it.
Thank you. Theoretically, of course. Thank you. Theoretically.
Titus, I'm amazed. Where is the same professionalism when it comes to other topics? You're doing great. I hardly have to interfere at all.
Except you're doing it right now.
I don't know, Lizzie. I guess theoretical things don't make me emotional. Now, was there anything else? I was sorta gonna get my brewski on.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys here.
Oh, we're on this again? Okay. The 8th Hardy, the one who's missing, she runs the thing, right?
My answer is fuck off.
Okay.
Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
I know! Fatty walked on all fours. He's so fucking fat he left 2 sets of footprints.
Oh, poor Angus.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
Oh.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all fours. Anything else you need to know?
No.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
Cool.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
Well...
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
No, let him do it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Yay! Please, tell
I wouldn't
me more.
normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
I just realized it's way too late for this conversation. I know exactly who did it, how they did it, and why they did it.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What was it about a bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
That's not good.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about the connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse in faith?
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric and not a serious demand, but the stridency of it seems to have spooked them.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
Yeah.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Oh.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
You've made a mess here.
It was the Union who strung him from that tree. My hope is that you provide a single concrete suspect before Crenell indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Okay.
They would have to project strength and power.
The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
That's something we have in common.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia.
All right. Why am I catching a stray?
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Crenell?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company, tell them to call it off? That's not what that says.
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Who did the passing on then?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did the teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration.
Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place? And when?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Did he just say catastrophe? It's catastrophe, Kim. Do people actually pronounce it catastrophe?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
No, that's not up to...
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
I think I asked her about the tattoos already. We can do it again, though.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet. Observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see If I can read the web of interdependencies between these points, the stars.
Yeah.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of this map?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Preto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
Totally.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
Totally.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Ugh! But I need to know the information, though. Now is not the time to be sensitive to people's feelings.
Do what you have to do, detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's me, Mr. Reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
First, where is the Kingdom of Conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Okay, I gotta pee. Alright, let me put you on. Yes, I took my bathroom break, but also I ate some nachos. Do you want nacho cheese to taste like the nacho cheese you get at like a baseball stadium, for example? Rico's gourmet nacho cheese. Get yourself a can of Rico's, put it in a pot, add some jalapeno juice, not too much. I put a little too much in my nacho cheese, so it's a little spicy. I don't mind the spice, but it's kind of taking away from the experience a little bit. But anyway, put in some jalapeno juice, dude. Best goddamn nacho cheese. What were we talking about? I need to stop pausing just like in the middle of conversations, because this is how I don't remember things. How do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally.
Okay.
Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
Yeah, working on it.
Speaking of, when are you going to get on that, bub?
I don't know. I'm sure the drug people know. But aren't we supposed to be busting the drug people for the drugs?
History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
What about all the things that are wrong now?
Tisk tisk. Just because you live in the present doesn't mean you have the right to place your needs above the needs of the future.
It's getting very deep.
You may never live to see the Kingdom of Conscience. Your children may not. Even your grandchildren might not. But that's no excuse not to keep working.
Honestly, real.
What rationality? What sang-froid?
Are all my personalities fighting? What's going on here?
What a fucking joke.
Okay, but what's the Kingdom of Conscience actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend, and even more difficult to describe.
Okay.
Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
Right.
It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna be so honest. What you're saying totally makes sense. However, I kind of have a lot going on right now, and I'm just kind of not really in the mood to find this Kingdom of Conscience. I just don't see that working out in my favor right now. Though I am kind of intrigued. You know what, screw it. Let's just go. Forget it.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
So let's get there eventually?
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Oh, I bet. Should we boost our authority? And maybe our pain threshold too. Yay! Should we do authority again? Yeah. I'm probably not being very smart about this, and I don't really care.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos.
Don't think so.
Dude, they were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving, hard as a stone. But beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Gross.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Loin cloths.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what the tattoos mean?
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yeah, that's the idea.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
With some strange emotion, this is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Nah, keep going, dude.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon, at dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
I don't.
We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Keep going. Keep going.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God, Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
Okay. I've been reading American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis, and Bateman does similar things in the book, so honestly, I'm like a little numb to this little story already. I'm like, well, unfortunately, I have read worse So, not saying that this is great. I'm just saying I'm lacking a reaction here simply because I feel nothing. I'm numb to this.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
You were there?
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might mean. I'm just a bouncer.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off.
He's under orders, and orders are orders.
Can I have it back?
Go ahead.
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Free flow of commerce! How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
You're back. Good. This reality.
Yeah, reality. Yes, this relates to the medical episode thing.
Ah, yes. The episode. Sounds like an acute case of encephalopathy, now that I think of it.
Alright, I didn't need a diagnosis. I need you to talk about reality. Thank you.
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well. He only needs a lowdown on all of reality.
We may be here a while then. Ask away, officer. I'll help however I can.
That person was trying to talk to me. Hey, officer, got a minute? Sure, if you have something useful.
I, saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
Wait, so you did know something about who's smuggling drugs around here?
Nah, man. I was telling you the truth. I really didn't think it'd be her. She's okay. Sort of troubled, but still. A nice person.
Okay, who is it though?
What else do you know about her?
Nothing. We just talked a bit. About life and stuff. She left me a key so I can park a lorry if the jam broke. So, she in trouble or what?
Can I have her key? Sorry, man, I can't disclose the facts of an official investigation to you.
It's that bad. What should I do to help her?
No need for you to do anything. Don't worry. The police are looking into it.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
Yes, please work on it. Please work. I remember you singing. I was not impressed in the slightest.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Please don't ever audition for The Voice, American Idol, America's Got Talent, none of the above, please. What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
I'm very neutral about both names.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Give me the cigs.
Here you go, mister.
We got cigarettes. Yes. Finally.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The 1st Smokes Platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute. Ready to step into fire for you, sir.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe it in.
Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Yes, whatever that means.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a cigarettes button. Cigarettes gives +1 to intellect skills. Logic, rhetoric, conceptualization, visual calculus, encyclopedia, and drama. This is good before a white check, but damages your health.
PSA, cigarettes are good for you, everybody. Smoke all the cigarettes.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42.
Okay.
It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
Kim, what does this mean?
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine.
That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
How do we get the lock open?
We could try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't really feel like damaging more of his property.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
And if he doesn't want to give us the key, then we will use the pry bar. And we will let him know that when we ask. Is the trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Yeah, that's what I meant, dipshit.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
To look in the trash can? Come on. 1 + 1 = 2.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
Goodbye.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. It should now be possible to simply raise the lid. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
What's this?
Just a feeling. A warning from some part of you.
Why, is there going to be another body? Let's open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
Okay.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Let's look under the boxes of carton.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar.
Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Ew. No.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
Tell me there's another dead body.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay.
Oh, wait. Yeah, and it couldn't have been the Hardy Boys because they don't have access to the trash compartment. So it was Gart this whole time. Yeah, Kim, shoot that guy.
Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
Ew.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
Thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Yeah, we need to ask the kids who put them there.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See?
You think someone from the Rolling might have been involved, maybe?
Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash, the lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Right.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, what's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Stop, wait. Isn't that my stuff that I threw out?
Officer, is that your paperwork?
It can't be.
Yes, it is. Look. This plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form.
Oh my god.
If you don't mind my asking, how could you have let your paperwork end up in the trash?
I'd rather not talk about that right now.
Understood.
Be untroubled. If anything, this small moment has made him respect you more.
The mug. I'm getting that mug too.
You pick out a broken mug with an oddly racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
Isn't this from that racist guy's house? An antique?
Only in its social sensibility.
Take the mug.
Interesting. Reminds me of the mug collection we saw in our weasel's apartment.
Yeah.
Maybe he or she has been dumping their garbage here.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road. It's the ledger you found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Anything else?
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard.
Girl, this is nasty.
It's a metaphor for you.
Ah, don't put that on me. Browse the white papers.
They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns, reaching its tendrils across entire pages. The paper itself is checkered, with faint red lines, forming short paragraphs. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves are plenty. You count more than 100 sodden, crumpled up, earmarked pages falling apart in your hands. They appear to be sufficiently organized and extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
What is in there? What are they about?
Work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number is hard to estimate, due to missing pages and an odd naming convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases, undertaken, not completed, mind you. It's the middle of March. You have attempted 2 cases a week on average.
Is 2 cases a week a good caseload, Lieutenant?
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. I would not suggest it, lest you start making mistakes.
2 cases a week appears to have been my load, Lieutenant. I'm not sure I completed them, though.
2? That's a lot. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That was presumptuous of me.
It's okay, Kim. It's okay. I'm sure I made plenty of mistakes.
It's okay. We all make mistakes.
Thank you, Kim.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense, if mostly illegible.
There was mention of a naming convention here?
Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on the margins. Yet, still more tellingly, most are accompanied by a name, a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from Snoop fiction and Vespertine cop show staple. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together, but it can be done. Once you're done inspecting them up close.
Kim, my cases appear to employ some kind of naming convention.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene?
A non-numeric one with titles.
Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, so do I. In our defense, almost everyone in the RCM does.
Why is that?
It's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among themselves.
Seem to have a case, the square bullet hole murders.
Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. His death was real. Still, I named it that, to amuse myself. I pray his loved ones never find out.
Damn, Kim. Thought you making fun of him. What happened to him?
Rail spiked through the head. He died.
Oh.
It was a workplace accident.
I have to open an official case. Is there room?
There is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passages, breaking the case into subtasks to accomplish. Once all the tasks are accomplished, the case is complete.
Commit to paper.
Sadly, the ledger only comes with an old, worn-down lead pencil. It's unfitting of this monumental event.
Kim, do you have a pen?
The lieutenant looks at his blue notebook. 2 fat, shiny pens hang from the binder, like large caliber bullets on an ammo belt.
Okay, a yes would have sufficed.
He is not really saying anything, just standing there, looking at them.
Kim, can I have one?
Know that I give this to you with resentment.
That's fine, as long as you're giving it to me. With this beauty, commit to paper.
The tasks you've completed flow out of the blue oblong pen in a brash freehand uncannily similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. It's almost robotically simple. A language developed for mental rigor and simplicity. A satisfying slash sounds across the paper. You're done, it seems to say. And you, and you. Things to be done and things already done. The composition of reality. This is an extremely useful tool for a detective of the citizens' militia. Now all that remains is to name the case.
Lieutenant, have you by any chance named our case?
No, actually. Any ideas?
Shit on a stick. The Setting Sun. That's such a good Osamu Dazai book. The Hanged Man.
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. We have a very good name for the case now.
Was your enthusiasm real, Kim? I'm gonna be so honest, that sounded so fake just now. I am open to workshopping this one, okay? I'm really not set on it at all.
I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
Oh, okay. Well, if you like it, I love it. I'm done inspecting these.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little further from your nose now.
Browse the yellow papers.
In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes, like marching armies. These look like official forms, waiting to be filled out. Then rip them from the binder and hand them out, according to type of form.
What types of forms are there?
3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station calls. And the bottommost are field autopsy forms. Each is easy enough to make sense of. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. 12 pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form waiting to be filled in. Age, sex, condition of internal organs. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paperwork. Its crocodile teeth are the only thing keeping the papers together. A regular pencil, the tip worn down to nothing, has been attached to the clip. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular, sparkling with iridescence. You don't know how you didn't notice it before. It is similar to the RCM watermark on your blazer the lieutenant mentioned. Didn't he say something about the headlights of his motor carriage? That you can read these there?
Lieutenant, is this one of the hologram watermarks you mentioned?
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property.
Interesting. What kind of information?
It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has my station number and address. The information varies by date of issue.
Maybe yours will have how many cases you've solved.
How can I read it?
Any capable light with the right wavelength will do.
Okay. You mentioned the headlights of your Kenema.
Yes, RCM vehicles have headlights tuned especially to reveal halogen watermarks.
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment? Permeables. It's not hidden per se. The compartment is made for permeable materials that would get damaged if something happened to it. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center. The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee, slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, the compartment is now open.
What if my gun's in here? That would be stupid.
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card, looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Throw it away, please.
But it'll make me happy.
A merciful wind blows in from the bay of Revachol, dusting the ground at your feet and raising newspapers far away. You feel the card slipping into it. Frisson covers your entire body, a feeling of cold, a persistent chill. Your hands shake, holding onto it. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
What the fuck?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
No, we just got it back.
No. Hold on.
Hold on.
To what? There's nothing.
Well, at least can we hold on to the ledger?
Detective, is everything alright?
Well, I guess we're falling sideways. Damn, did I just kill this guy? What did I do? Don't tell me I killed him again. Begin?
There is nothing.
Oh, stop it.
Again.
Nothing?
Nothing sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Aww.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you, that's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
Yeah, that's the stuff.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Did someone die? Was that the X something? The...
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Yeah, sure that.
Don't prod at it. It will start moving again.
Where is Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on pause.
So my name appears to be Harry.
Your name is fuck all.
Okay.
It certainly ain't Harry.
Okay, then what is it?
Your name is passed out on the ground, dragged around by one of the other evil apes. They're taking you somewhere.
Enough. Just lie there motionless. You two are the worst. Thanks for nothing.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And it's...
Was someone pouring water on me?
It's delicious.
What?
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket. The air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
I knew it was water. Sorry for passing out on you, dude. That was super weird.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
I was dehydrated. It won't happen again.
Right.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your inventory.
Awesome, thanks.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look. The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Probably some boring office job, same as everyone else.
No shame in working a regular job, detective. Sometimes after a long day of doing this, I even envy it. Let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see...
Watch it be 0.
Wow, more than 200.
Oh, 216 to be exact.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
Damn, I'm super good at this. I used to be good. That's some solace, I guess. What's the last number?
Right. Those are your confirmed kills.
Ooh.
You've got precisely 3 perforations there. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Thanks, Kim.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Yes, let's make sure we put that on the list during Thanksgiving.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
I'm a sorry cop, boring cop, communist, ultra-liberal. I actually just want to solve this case. And if that makes me boring, then so be it. But when I do, risky things, I get killed.
Fuck does Kuno care?
Should we ask Kuno for speed? Yeah.
Fucking right, pig. Kuno's filling bathtubs with that shit. Kuno's a kingpin.
You're yanking my chain, aren't you, kid?
Don't be yanking your shit in front of the Kuno. Kuno's always serious, always rolling. Big kilo, but you ain't getting any. Get the fuck off.
He's got to at least know a source. Look at him. You need to figure this out somehow.
Look at this child. Clearly he must know where the coke is at.
You need to befriend him first.
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
But what you're wearing is disgusting. Anyway, wait, I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them lying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists. Believe it, you need this shit.
Right.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness. Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready. They will also make you into an idiot.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about this later.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
Let's talk about the mug.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
No. Yes, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker, 'cause he's the clothes fucker?
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has, oh my god, I cannot read.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
Yes. Metaphorically speaking.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Yeah, I'll definitely float the information right in your peripheral. We'll buy stuff off of him later. Not really in the mood to, do business with a child. Guard, you're in big fucking trouble, dude.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
Found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
I didn't say you did. Why, you feel guilty? Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
I guess.
Thank you anyway.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Right.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
Goodbye.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens,
Okay,
if
guys.
not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Okay. Our odds are high here. Come on. Yes!
You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame.
Yes.
It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side. But you've done it.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
I think this may be the boxing club for young athletes.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed.
Right, that.
No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
You're so real, Kim. Yeah, let's go. Stop. Is that a ball? Oh my god, Renee is gonna be so happy. That's so creepy. Oh my god, that would scare the shit out of me, seeing the mannequins in the dark.
A radio computer. But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
Right.
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers.
Do you think I should turn it on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
Okay, so that's a no. Don't be passive-aggressive, Kim. Just say no.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little walking creatures.
Why would anyone want to spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
What on earth is that? Don't tell me that's the refrigerator. Why is it glowing? Oh, I actually hate that. Kim, what is this thing? Is it a furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
Sounds delicious.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber.
Ooh,
upstairs.
Let's eavesdrop.
What are you doing?
I'm not sure, Kim, but I think I could hear someone talking upstairs.
Wait, really? We should investigate. See if someone's upstairs.
Kick it with my foot.
A hollow ring echoes
Ooh.
through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
I didn't think we were going to kick it that hard. Smear your hands with coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. Maybe you could paint something with this coal. Leave a cave painting for future archaeologists.
There's a hidden doorway.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Ooh, where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yes.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
This one looks nice.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean? A rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
A little too much if you ask me. Insane mesh tank top? What, are we going to a rave?
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
Yes, ridiculous.
This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
I hope not. Let's open the door, though.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kev. It's the fridge, remember?
Of course. A giant ice bear-shaped fridge. Just what we were looking for. Let's see what's inside.
Let's look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Stick a note.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
This is clearly the fridge. Looks big enough for 2 corpses.
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Let's hope it doesn't get to that.
Shall we go and get the body then? I'll
Okay.
take the head, you take the feet. The stairs won't be easy, but we'll manage.
Alright, let's do this.
The body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement. Then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge.
Hello? Oh, that was unnecessarily loud, actually.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Of course you don't. Look at that. What have we done? We stuffed a dead body in an ice bear fridge. This does not leave this room.
Yes.
He means it. He doesn't want to be the ice bear cop.
I understand. We did our best with the means at our disposal.
Did we though? Okay, maybe we did. At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
How do you like the fridge?
I like it a lot, brother. This really is your finest hour. You're a genius. A regular Corporangelo.
Thank you.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dream.
That is a threat. Okay, let's try. I know our perception's low, but like, we don't really have any other choice here.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
The ball! That's right. Let's go give that to Renee. Found your ball.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Dude, please.
Now, no need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
I'm very sorry, it's the best I could find.
The best, huh? This isn't even a bull. But fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven.
Well, I guess we have time to play with this.
The dusty radio computer. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
Just press play.
Nothing happens.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just a failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making?
Yes, that is the question.
Yes.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Press play again.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. The sound of static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making a sound. It's probably some alien CO-like technology.
Yeah.
The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1.
Damn. Hey, oldie. What's going on?
Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What, are you, a machine, or are you alive? I don't think she's either. What's the production schedule?
The filament you have inserted into the reader. Please repeat the password.
Password? Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
This is the police. Please open this thing.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Right.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Right.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still...
Nope. That's enough of that. Well, we tried. A for effort. Hey, lady. We broke down the door.
You broke down? The back door? The wards? The door? It's all gone now. Dark psychic energy leeching onto my shop.
Well, that's on you.
I suppose It's all over now. I guess there's no escape.
What are you talking about? It's just a door.
Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Just look at the sheer amount of companies that have failed in this house.
I thought you said that...
I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined everything. Now that you've broken the door, the curse is coming to get me as well.
Curse? But I thought the curse wasn't real.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. There's little else to do.
Her facade has dropped. Now you see the curiosity behind the fear.
But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity?
The entity? No, I don't think so.
Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her.
Maybe the chimney that's part of the central furnace? I heard voices coming from there.
Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains upstairs. God knows what she's doing there. Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse.
What?
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it or something. Make some noise. You'll think of something. You always do.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirits.
How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Right.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have sooner or later declared bankruptcy, and their malicious spirits are still here, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Now I gotta investigate witches in the attic or something. Okay, I'm done.